Good evening, cricket fans, and welcome back to the 7 Districts Presents Emirates D10 2025, powered by Fancode. It's time for match number 7, the third of the evening, live and exclusive from the home of cricket in the UAE, the iconic Sharjah Cricket Stadium. It is Emirates Reds taking on Team Dubai. Both teams desperate to get to winning ways, and it should be a crackerjack of a contest. No time to lose. Rizwan-ur-Rahman in position for the toss.
Toss time for match number 7. 7 Districts presents Emirates D10 2025, powered by Fancode. It's time for me to introduce you to the toss presentation party. Leading team Emirates Reds is Mohammad Shahzad, and team Dubai is Ronak Panoli. To oversee the match proceedings, it will be our honorable match referee, Mr. Iftekhar Ali. You've got the coin. Can you flip it, Shahzad? Tails is the call from Ronak. It's gone a long way.
Tail it is.
Tails it is. Ronak won the toss. What have you decided and why?
We're going to bat first. Just been the norm through the tournament for pretty much most teams. Batting first seems like the way to go. So I think we're going to put some runs on board and let our bowlers do the rest.
Well, you've done well in the previous outing. Didn't quite get the desired result that you wanted. The batting has been quite well, but what about the bowling?
Look, I think our bowlers bowled to their plans. I think Sharjah played exceptional cricket. They outplayed us in all three avenues of the game. So, it's one of those losses where you just have to bury it down and just come out here today and just play some good cricket.
Team news?
Just one change. I can't really remember that right now, but you'll see it up in the next 5 minutes.
Good luck. Give us a good game.
Thank you.
Shahzad, bowling first. Happy with that?
Yes, exactly. We wanted to bowl first, so we got what we were looking for.
But not the desired result that you wanted in the previous outing. What are the changes that you've done when you're playing against Dubai?
We have 2 changes. Luqman will come in place of Rayyan. And one more change is that Zainullah out and Aditya Chauhan in.
Any change in plan up against Dubai?
Not really. We've bowled well in both innings, restricted both the teams to 90, but our batting hasn't come to the party. So hopefully me and the other batsmen, we chip in and get our first win.
Good luck. Give us a good game.
Thank you.
Well, the news from the sidelines. Ronak Panoli, the skipper of Dubai, has won the toss and is opted to bat first.
Thank you very much, Double R. So very interesting choice made by Team Dubai and Ronak Panoli. They've elected to bat first. So let's take a look at the 2 playing 11s for you. For Dubai, well, very settled squad. Aditya Shetty, Amar Badami, Danish, Israr Ahmed, Mohammad Irfan. Nirvan Shetty gets an opportunity this evening. Ronak Panoli, of course, leading the side. Syed Haidarwasi Shah, Vaibhav Govekar played a fabulous knock in the previous game. Wahab Hassan and Zishan Nasir. And for Emirates Reds, well, Aditya Abdul Ghaffar gets into the side. Of course, Aditya Singh Chauhan will play today. Ali Asghar Shams, the young under-19 spinner. Hazrat Luqman is back. Mohammad Ahmed is in the side as well. Mohammad Farazuddin, Mohammad Shahzad, the twin all-rounders. Navodia as well, the Sri Lankan all-rounder. Taimur Ali, Usaid Amin and Zawar Farid. So 2 very evenly matched sides. They have a lot of quality in their bowling. The batting will be the question mark for both. Joining me in the comm box to break down this encounter is Shoaib Ahmed. Good evening.
Thank you, Ahmed. Yeah, interesting this one, contest. The Reds playing their second game of the day. And they're up against Dubai, who are yet to open their account in this series in terms of wins. 2 openers in the middle for Team Dubai.
Yeah, Emirates Reds had a major opportunity. They were just chasing 91 against Sharjah, but the batting couldn't come to the party. Like Shahzad mentioned at the toss, their bowling has been excellent. They need to put it together in the batting department. So let's see if they can restrict Dubai to a manageable score. Dubai also, they batted fairly well, but they got absolutely smashed in the previous game. 150 odd posted by Sharjah against them. Luqman Faisal went absolutely ballistic. Meanwhile, Hazrat Luqman will have the new ball in hand for the Reds. Quality fast bowler, capped by the UAE. Played in the IL T20 in season 2 as well. So he is of that top caliber for sure. Will be bowling to Ronak Panoli, who played a fabulous cameo. Will be looking to kick on and get a substantial score this evening. Ball 1 of match number 7. Struck on the pads. This could be close. They will scamper for a single. Maybe sneaking down leg.
Yeah, close call. First ball up front, Ronak was a bit hassled and surprised by that delivery. This will give us a better picture Yeah, missing down the leg stump there. All three stumps visible. So first runs on the board in the form of a leg bye. But how important are these 11 deliveries going to be from Hazrat Luqman?
Yeah, they need to maximize these. Oh, excellent fielding at point. Fantastic work there. It's Ali Asghar Shams. He did drop a catch in the afternoon game, but that will give him a huge shot of confidence.
Yeah, excellent. Great athleticism from the youngster, diving to his right, full stretch, both hands onto the ball. That was really impressive. And that's what you expect from the youngsters, to throw around themselves and give everything they've got.
Oh, beautiful square drive, but there is a deep point in position. So smart field setting from Hazrat Luqman, and he has his best fielder, Farazuddin, on that offside fence.
Yeah, you want your best fielders in the most difficult situations and positions, and no surprise that Farazuddin has been given that role. Two fielders allowed in the power play. One of them is Farazuddin, who's a gun fielder.
So far so good from Luqman. Taken on the full. Israr, well, he just couldn't find his form, his range in the first game. Looked out of sorts. But he is a very, very destructive player. I remember he got a 15 ball or a 16 ball 50 in the previous D10 here at Sharjah. So he's an exciting player. Power play specialist. Just biding his time. Once again, good areas from Luqman. That good length area, 6 to 8 meters. That's where you want to bowl on this pitch. Not too full, not too short. We've seen both encounters that have been played today. Low scoring affairs, 80, 90. And even that 80 was a laboured effort, chased down by Emirates Blues in the end. So there is something in there for the wicket, for the bowlers to work with. Outside edge, third in the circle.
I think it was intent from Ronak Panoli. Intentful shot, just opening the face of the bat at the last moment. It was full, it was wide, and just slicing it and beating the fielder at third for 4.
Yeah, a bit of this and a bit of that. In the end, he gets 4. And Ronak Panoli could care less. First over done, 8 for no loss. So it's going to be Abdul Ghaffar sharing the new ball. Bowled really, really well in the early afternoon game against Sharjah. Picked up wickets in the power play. He's having a good tournament so far.
Yeah, he's contributed for Emirates Reds with the bat, with the ball. Has looked good. Full delivery, outside off, creating that angle. A mistimed hit from Israr.
Yeah, taking a look at the field that they've set for Israr. Once again, third is in the circle. So deep point, deep square, trying to protect the square boundaries. So the length cannot be too full or you'll be pumped up and over mid-off and mid-on. He has a wide array of strokes, Israr Ahmed. When he gets going, he is thrill-a-minute stuff. Good fielding at extra. That ball was coming quick at Usaid Amin. They will pick up a single though.
Very well done. It was at an awkward bounce while it was heading towards Usaid. He's done well to put his body behind the ball. And they'll just get a single.
Yeah, it's not an easy pitch to play in the V in front towards extra, mid-off, mid-on, cow corner. If you can force the ball square, you can get something. But hitting down the ground has proved to be difficult. Not quite coming onto the blade. Ronak Panoli, he started off like a house on fire last evening. They needed him to go hard in the power play, as they do tonight. Gorgeous shot. But just couldn't pick the gap there. He certainly has the gift of timing, doesn't he?
Oh, absolutely. There's no two ways about it. No doubt that he's an exceptional talent. Just that I just feel that he needs to work on his temperament, on his mental side of the game. If he can do that, if he can switch gears through his innings, if he can pace his innings, I think he'll score a lot more runs than what he has so far.
Once again in front of them, Murali. They'll try to steal a single. A direct hit would have had him in trouble there. I think he was struggling.
A risky run. But they've managed to get to the non-striking end and complete the run. Good sharp throw. Yeah, direct hit would have been game, set and match.
Did not slide his bat either, running on a misfield. Yeah, Ronak Panoli certainly deserves a lengthy discussion about such a gifted player. Has that power, that six hitting ability. But just like you mentioned, the construction of an innings, that is something that Ronak still needs to work on. Mind you, he's still only 20-21, so a long way to go just yet.
Yes, it's just that once he gets going, once he gets a few boundaries, he gets into that top gear mode, and then he tends to offer a shot on a good delivery, which you can't do in this format at this level. You might get away with that at a lower level where you don't get as many good deliveries. You get chances, opportunities. Here at this level, the catches that are dropped are very few. The poor balls that you would get are very few. So you need to adapt accordingly. And that has been something that Ronak hasn't been able to do on a consistent basis. 2 overs, 11 for no loss.
Zawar Farid coming into the attack. Experienced all-rounder. Good seam bowling option. No third over of power play just yet. Once again, Israr, it's not happening for him. And when, as a batter, you're struggling, Shoaib, you were mentioning, you've gotten back to club cricket. Your bowling was fine, but your batting wasn't working, so you can understand his pain.
Oh, absolutely. I think if you're out of form as a batter, it is more difficult to get back in form compared to an out of form bowler, because there are a lot of other factors that are involved when you're trying to get back into form and trying to score runs.
Very full, slower delivery. Yeah, sometimes you just can't find the middle of the blade, however hard you try. And even the bad balls, they just don't go anywhere for you.
So that muscle memory for you as a bowler stays longer than for a batter, because then you need to time the ball, you have to middle the ball, you have to place the ball, you have to judge the opposition, the bowler. There are a lot of other factors involved when it comes to batting. And there you go, a wild swing from Israr. It did keep low, but you need to assess the conditions. You need to know by now that this wicket is not a typical Sharjah wicket. I heard your conversation with Mudassir, and he did say that there are no demons in the wicket. But I feel that it's not a typical Sharjah wicket where the ball comes onto the bat. If it's slow, it does tend to keep low.
We've seen that right throughout today. Heaved once again, but the sound of the bat isn't the sweet one. All they're getting is singles so far. And you're absolutely right. A bowler, you spend so many hours and hours and hours working in the net. Even in batting, you do the same. But the amount of muscles that you use for your bowling, they can click into place eventually quickly. Oh, poor ball. Fine leg in the circle, and they found the fielder.
Unlucky, Ronak. Yeah, and I think as a batter, then you need to start from scratch. You need to start from only middling the ball, playing a lot of throwdowns, trying to middle the ball, get confident in that sense, and then advance to the next level. So I think it's a tough job being a batter.
Chipped and will find a gap. Smartly, there was a deep extra. So shrewdness from Azawar Farid. And a very quiet over once more for Dubai. 16 for none. Navodya Vijaya Kumara, the Sri Lankan all-rounder coming into the attack. So far so good for Mohammad Shahzad. He's contained Dubai to a below par score. Once again trying to force the issue, but he's a man all at sea. And to be fair, Reds have not given him that release ball as well that he can get away.
Yeah, I'm seeing Israr for the first time in this series, but you spoke very highly of him the other day, and since then you've raised my expectations, and I'm still looking forward to Israr's knock. But so far he's not been able to middle the ball.
Well, I did tell you about Vaibhav, and that proved to be quite astute. So trust me, we have a lot of matches in D10. Off pace again, and even Ronak is struggling to find the gaps here. And in D10, that's fine, because economy is the name of the game, not wickets really.
True that. And also, for the batters, it's the other way as well, right? It's all about strike rate in this format. You score quick fire 15, 20 runs, and you've done your job for the side. But they've not been able to do that, Ronak and Israr, and it's not a good-looking start for Dubai.
Chopped away for a single. Well, a long animated conversation between the openers. Neither are able to find their touch, and you can sense their frustration.
And also historically, Ahmed, we've seen that whenever a D10 tournament starts, it is usually slow. Teams take some time to adapt to how they need to score, what the right combination is, what's the right playing 11, and to assess the conditions as well, they take some time. But as the tournament progresses, so does the scoring as well. We see that it goes up to 120, 130, and even 150.
That one kept low. Off-pace delivery. A long glare at the pitch once more. Yeah, certainly some growing pains involved here for all the teams. Even the likes of Sharjah got bowled out today. Lost all 10 wickets. Very smartly. I think it might have been that from the front of the hander sort of delivery. No, it was seam up. Just didn't carry.
And that has been the story. I think Emirates Reds have done well to assess the conditions. They're bowling mostly pace-off deliveries, which is good.
And Dubai elected to bat first, which was strange. In the slot, but once again, all you can do is drive it out to long off. So almost halfway through, and they're going at just below fives.
It was a bit surprising, especially under lights. I thought they would have wanted to chase, but Dubai never ceases to surprise us.
Well, is that a compliment or is that a dig?
No, it is. It is a compliment in terms of the kind of planning and strategy that they do is different. It's unorthodox. It's unconventional. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. This
Well-
time it's worked and it's gone the distance. Well, not really. Straight to the fielder at square leg, and that's the first wicket down.
Well, the frustration was building, was looking for that release shot, but it was not the power play, and they had 3 men deep. It was a skyer, but fair play to the youngster out there. Made no mistake. Reverse cup, and the first blow struck to Team Dubai. Ronak struggled today, gone for 10, 19 for 1. So it's going to be Vaibhav Govikar coming in at number 3. Played a fabulous cameo yesterday. But can he get going right from ball 1? Remains to be seen. Zawar will continue. Oh, this has gone straight up. Zawar will take the catch. And Israr is put out of his misery.
Well, 1 brings 2. Both the openers now back in the dugout. Israr got desperate, and that was a nothing shot really. It hit his top half of the bat and skied that up in the air. Easy catch for Zawar Farid, and it's 2 wickets, consecutive wickets for the Emirates Reds. Israr Ahmed out for 9. It's 19 for 2.
So it's going to be Syed Haider Wasi Shah coming in at 4. Very talented wicketkeeper batter, capped by the UAE. It's a good opportunity for him, but time is not quite on his side. Let's see if he can get going here. Desperately needs some runs on the board. Bowled him! Well, it just nipped in off the surface. And just when it landed, he was camping on his back foot. And that was the end of the story.
Yeah, that ball did skid from Zawar and surprised Syed Haider Wasi Shah. Absolutely no foot movement. He was stuck in the crease. Some movement of the wicket. This is a nothing shot combined by a decent delivery from Zawar. He's enjoyed that. Sound of timber. Wicket number 3 goes down. Syed Haider Shah out for a golden duck. He checks out before he could check in. 19 for 3.
Well, we haven't seen a hat-trick in the D10 so far. Israr with a nothing shot like Shoaib mentioned. Heaving across the line, top edge. And Wasi was all at sea. Just when the ball pitched, I sensed he was in trouble. And it's going to be Amar Badami to face the hat-trick ball. Zawar Farid steaming in. Oh, how close was that? I think Zawar knew. But still, you have to ask the question.
Well, that was close to the outside edge of the bat of Amar. Full delivery. Lucky that it was not directed towards the stumps. The bat hitting the ground as well. Under 19 captain Amar Badami.
Very fine player. I'm a big fan of this boy. Oh, look at that. Off the hip, but straight to the fielder. Well, Zawar Farid, whatever he touches is turning to gold.
3 wickets in 4 deliveries for Zawar Farid. And he's brought Emirates Red back into the game. And how? Just a nothing ball, really. It was not super quick. It was just at the right length. And Amar Badami went for it. Doesn't get the elevation that he would have liked. Out for a duck.
It's an absolute procession. Pardon me, Shoaib. 19 for 4. Well, what's happening with Dubai? Aditya Shetty coming in at 6. Well, literally 4 minutes ago, his openers were in the middle of the wicket. And now he's had to stride out at 6. Wicket, wicket, dot, wicket. Sensational over from Zawar Farid. And he's certainly hunting for more. Good looking push to get off the mark. And that decision to bat first is proving to be quite.
Yeah, it's definitely not clicked, not worked for Dubai. I would have expected a better performance from the top order batters, but clearly they have not been able to live up to the expectations.
And they're all good players. Amar Badami, Wasi, Ronak Panoli, Israr. It's just not happening. Confidently off the mark, but a superb over coming in from Zawar. What a spell. 3 for 7 on the night. 21 for 4 at the halfway stage. And it's going to be the Hyderabadi twins, Mudassir Ali and Rizwanur Rahman stepping in.
Thank you, Ahmed and Shoaib. Things not looking good for Dubai. The previous over 3 wickets going down, 21 for the loss of 4. Half of the overs done. It's a Vaibhav and Aditya Shetty out there in the middle, and with the ball it's Navodya. Already bowled 1 over, a wicket to his name. Now plenty of hard work needs to be done, and plenty of hard work also needs to be done in the commentary box as well, because has been joined by Rizwanur Rahman. Good evening and welcome to the com box.
Thank you very much, Mudassir. 6th over in progress and 4 wickets down already. Winning the toss, opting to bat first. A strained decision from Ronak Panoli. And looks like it has backfired them. They lose their top order in quick time.
Poor effort coming from the captain. And also sluggish is the fielder. A deep extra cover. Should have been a dot delivery, but couple of fumbles and resulted in a boundary, a much needed boundary.
Dubai will accept that with both hands. That should have been stopped by the skipper. Well, he's done well in the previous encounter. Took a couple of good catches, and now resulting in a boundary.
Quick single. What I have noticed on the previous delivery is that one fielder forgot to bend properly, the other bent a bit early. So timing was not right, which resulted in the boundary.
You have to be switched on in the field, isn't it? Especially in the shortest format. There's nothing much to lose. Give you 100%. get noticed by those efforts, and unfortunately missing out on that. Could have been just a single there.
Also, it's not only about the shorter format. Control the controllable, and fielding is one department which you can control. Just they cannot give an opportunity for the opposition to make a comeback in this game, because this young lad, he had a poor outing with the ball, but he can bat, he can get those big runs. Aditya Shetty. So some runs in this over. A low full toss. So single. What is the plan C for Dubai? We are into 6th over. 28 on board. How many more they can add?
Vaibhav Govekar will hold the key. He's one batter who can get them close to that 60-70 odd run mark, but he has to fire, and he's got to fire big. He's done well in the previous outing.
Play straight back to the bowler. There's a half chance. The non-striker end. It's a good spell from Nav there. Going for 12 runs, a wicket to his name. 6 overs done. Dubai struggling 30 for the loss of 4. The signal comes from Kamran. The floating power play has been taken by Vaibhav and Aditya, but so far in this tournament we have seen the floating power play going in favor of the bowling side. They cannot afford to lose another wicket here, and Hazrat Luqman is back in the attack. A good start. Hitting the deck hard, but not a good piece of fielding. They're just losing the plot here. It was experienced Zawar Farid making a mistake, and 4 runs for Vaibhav.
Well, that should have been stopped. That certainly should have been stopped. Well, we've seen in the previous encounter where Emirates Reds did do well initially in the first phase of the innings, but they let away those runs in the second half. And yet again, Zawar Farid just not following the ball and missing it out on another boundary. 2 boundaries have been earned by Dubai because of the poor fielding.
Inside out, and what a shot. With ease, it clears the fielder towards the offside, and back-to-back boundaries.
A counter punch coming in from Vaibhav Govekar. He's one such batter who would like to adapt to that aggressive approach, given they're into the 7th over, and this one was in the slot, and he's cleared that inner circle with ease.
And good to see he's not trying to hit hard, using that pace offered by Luqman. The timing has been brilliant. Deliberately lofted over that cover fielder. So back-to-back boundaries. So some runs in this over. Good comeback coming around the wicket. And coming sharply into Vaibhav. The last couple of matches, rightly said by you, they were in a strong position for almost 10 to 12 overs. From there they have lost games, the Reds. They just cannot afford another loss in this tournament.
You might as well attack when you've got the first 4 wickets of the top order. Just stick to the same plan. Just don't leak away those runs, especially those missed fieldings. Remember, if they would have stopped them, 8 runs would have been comfortably saved. We were down the leg side, and even the keeper could not get on to it, and will result in 5 wides.
8 plus 5, 13 runs in the last 6 deliveries given away by the fielders as well as a poor bowling from Hazrat Luqman. Way outside the leg stick. No chance for the young wicket keeper. And bonus runs for Dubai. Some relief in this over. Runs are coming. 44 on board. 14 runs so far. Oh, what an over. An expensive over.
But they've got to do well in the field, Team Emirates Reds. Early days in tournament, when you're up against top-notch sides, you cannot afford to leak those runs. And the current score predictor says they can get to 67.
You just cannot relax that to keeping in mind this is just 10 overs format. You need to be on your toes. Oh, what a comeback. Luqman leaked few runs, but what matters is a big wicket. Vaibhav trying to go big towards that leg side. Misses the line completely and rattles the stumps. Luqman strikes.
Hazrat Luqman has the final laugh. Look at that delivery. Was trying to play across the line. Just didn't get the connection right. Hazrat Luqman will be pleased with that effort from himself. Another one bites the dust for Team Dubai. Vaibhav Govekar departs after scoring 13 off 8, 45 for 5.
And the wicket goes down when things were looking good for Dubai. And all of a sudden they have lost Vaibhav. A good comeback by Luqman. And in comes Danish. Oh, what have you done? Completely lost that one, Hazrat Luqman. And just waiting for the confirmation. Whether it's a no ball or a dead ball. He just wants to make sure. We are going upstairs. The struggle continues for Luqman.
But there's no due for sure. He's missed his line there. We'll have to wait for the umpire's call. Let's have a look at that. Oh, he's completely missed out there.
Just wanted to hit the deck hard. He's just lost everything there. I really don't understand why he's looking at his captain. And a no ball has been called. So an advantage for Danish. Already 14 runs in this over. So free hit delivery. Clears his leg inside out, goes over the point fielder. 1 run going back for the second. What an over for Dubai. Just getting few runs. That over of Hazrat Luqman. They have lost Vaibhav. 7 overs gone, 48 for the loss of 5. .48, the loss of 5. Taimur comes into the attack, change of pace. What a brilliant over. early in the day, bowling that final over of the innings, got a couple of wickets, going for just 4 runs. 18 balls, add another 30, 79-80, good total on board.
Well, it'll be tough, not easy. We've seen the batters not able to score runs comfortably off the surface, and when you have tail-enders, not easy for them to get those 30 runs of the final 3 overs.
They have just lost 5 wickets, and you're talking about the tail. As Danish is known for his bowling skills, but also he can bat. Excellent piece of bowling here. Running hard. There were a chance for that second run. Plenty of hard work needs to be done by these two. Take those singles, don't play dot deliveries, wait for those bad balls, get out boundaries. That is how you can reach to 79-80.
Has certainly been promoted up the order. Danish Qureshi, known for his big blows, and has knocked them over. Taimur Ali picks up a wicket. This is what he does, especially in the middle overs, and he's provided that much needed breakthrough for team Emirates Reds.
Oh, what a delivery. A razor sharp Yorker hitting his back foot, then rolling onto those stumps. He continues to excel with the ball. Taimur. So change not working in favour of Dubai. Qureshi managing just 351 for the loss of 6. .51 for the loss of 6. Wickets are tumbling down here for Dubai, and Reds, they're controlling the things out there in the middle. Walks in Wahab Hassan, the left-hand batter. Well, let's have a look at the field setup here. Four fielders inside a 30-yard circle. They have just pushed that short square leg back to the boundary, coming around the wicket to the left-hand batter. Off the mark with single here. What a performance. Complete team effort.
They've done exceptionally well. As you rightly mentioned, Mr. Razor sharp with the ball. Taimur Ali right on the money, and a clean shave as well with his new look, getting that moustache on.
Another poor effort by Zawar Farid. Just charging in to create a chance. In the process, he forgot to stop the ball. 4 runs.
Poor effort from Zawar yet again. And we've seen that today numerous amount of times. 56 for 6. Let's have a look at that. Cut away. That should have been stopped. That should have been stopped. And I reckon easily about 15 to 17 runs, Mudassir, were scored because of misfielding. 8 overs gone, 56 for 6.
Just helping the opposition by the sloppy work in the field. Ghaffar is back in the attack. Very economical. Just going for 3 runs in his first over. Good shot. Clearing his front foot and goes towards the big gap. No chance for the mid-off fielder. 4 runs. What a start to the over.
A good connection from Wahab. We've known him for those spin bowling, but today is given that responsibility and is carved to perfection. Another good looking shot from Wahab.
And good use of the feet. Reaching the ball and with ease. He clears that fielder inside 30-yard circle. 11 legal deliveries left, and what kind of response it will be from Abdul Ghaffar, steaming in. Full and delivery, and look at that placement and timing, opening the face of the blade. Working nicely. Got a boundary now, couple of runs.
Well, he was a part of the Abu Dhabi campaign in the recently concluded D50 series, and now is playing for Team Dubai, trying to make a statement. Wahab, so far he's done well. Abdul Ghaffar under pressure. Another good delivery. Hurried on to the batter. They look for two and will get it quite comfortably.
This is the advantage when you have young legs out there in the middle, running hard. Wahab and Aditya converting that single into double. Look at that straight away. Wahab knows there is always an opportunity for the second run because the fielder was slow off the block. Responding to the call of Wahab is Aditya Shetty. A brilliant running between the wickets.
Every single run counts. It has been a good over so far for Team Dubai. 8 runs already off it. Another 6 or 7 will help them just to get to a decent total. Good delivery. They look for two yet again. Aditya says no.
Wise call. Wise call because it was travelling very quickly towards the fielder at long on. You just cannot afford another wicket here. Small little partnership flourishing between these two. Working really hard. Wahab and Aditya. Both of the batters got quick runs. 14 of 8 for Shetty and Hassan. Almost batting at a strike rate of 200. 10 of just 5 deliveries. Played straight towards the bowler. A tough chance, keeping in mind he's a very tall figure. Brilliant effort.
Well, the reaction time was hardly any. He did well to get to the reach of the ball, just could not hold on to it, Abdul Ghaffar. Let's have a look at that. I do not have the calculator to check the reaction time, but that was quick. Aditya Shetty are not getting the connection right. And a dot delivery in the process. This is skied up in the air. Fielder settling underneath it, and it has been put down. Another dropped opportunity here. The fielders are missing out. We've seen misfielding. The ground fielding was not up to the mark. And yet again, this should have been taken. He had ample amount of time to come underneath the ball. His eyes were glued to the ball, but not in a comfortable position. 9 overs gone, 67 for 6. Right, the last over, Taimur will continue. Slow one, this is ballooned up in the air, falls short of the fielder. Zawar does the rest.
Throughout this game we have seen, in fact throughout this tournament we have seen the fast bowlers especially using those cunning slower deliveries to their advantage. The way the surface is behaving, ball just stopping and coming on the blade, so bowling those cutters always be helpful for the bowlers. Another one, back of length, lack of bounce but well managed, running hard, never a chance for the second run. Dive for his life here, Wahab Hassan. There was never a chance for that second run. Just got excited.
But there is good effort in the field after those drop catches and some misfielding. This is exactly what you need. And given it's a final over, Mudassir, I felt Wahab wanted that extra run. And in the process, he must have lost his wicket there. There you go. Clean connection. And he goes away from the crease. And that will be referred as out. Just cross-verifying it. Waiting for the conclusive evidence from the TV umpire. Yeah, clean connection and has rattled the bails away from the crease. Wahab will have to depart. He scored 11 of 6 for Wahab. Usaid with a brilliant throw and a good collection from Fahad. 69 for 7.
Nirvan, star of UAE under 16 side, which travelled to Qatar, and they were the champions of ACC under 16 tournament. He played a big role. He was unplayable with the ball, the leggy. He can also bat. A big moment for Nirvan Shetty. In the air, what a timing and what a placement. Ball racing towards the fence, running hard, Nirvan and Shetty. What a start. Pure timing, Rizwan.
Thank you for the introduction. We did follow those ACC under 16 matches. What a outing he had alongside Ayan Misbah. But this boundary will be checked for sure. I think he was on the ropes. It'll be interesting to see whether he's picked up a boundary there.
A good slide coming in from the captain, Shadad. And now he touched the rope. Oh, poor Mohammad Shadad, the captain. Did all the hard work but just forgot to pull the ball back in the play. 4 runs for Nirvan and more runs for Dubai.
What a way to get off the mark. Picking up a boundary of the first delivery. Continuing his good form from Qatar is Nirvan Shetty.
This is where he made a mistake. And advantage Dubai, 4 runs for Shetty. And the scoreboard slowly moves here for Dubai. The going has been tough. Wanted to make sure here the TV umpire was there in contact with the ball when his back leg was touching the rope, and still waiting for the confirmation. Now look at here, Rizwan. He did all the hard work. Now that back leg pushing the rope at the same time there's a contact with the ball.
Absolutely. It's confirmed as a boundary. Nirvan gets a boundary of the first delivery. There could be an opportunity run out. Yes, it is. A good one on the follow through from Taimur Ali. He picks up a run out.
The story remains the same in this game. We're able to get those boundaries, but on the very next ball, losing those wickets was never a run. But always interested Aditya Shetty, and the process Nirvan Shetty. He needs to walk back. Just 4 runs in couple of deliveries faced by Nirvan. Not happy. It is why it is always important to watch the ball till the last minute. Nirvan Shetty walks back, managing just 473 for the loss of 8. Doing all the hard work is Emirates Reds. Last couple of deliveries, Taimur's runs in and inside out. There's a protection in the deep. Going for the second run, needed a much better throw. What a collection from the wicketkeeper. A brilliant take. Excellent throw coming in from the deep. Navodaya making no mistake.
Well, he's done well. Clean collection yet again from Ahmed. He had to wait for that, and Aditya is not even waiting. Let's have a look. There you go. Not even in the frame. Aditya Shetty will have to depart. Wicket number 8 for Dubai. In fact, it's wicket number 9. Aditya Shetty departs after scoring 18 of 12 deliveries. Dubai are 74 for 9.
The last man walks in. The previous game we have seen Emirates getting their opposition, bundle out in 9.45 overs. It was a Sharjah now. Can they get this final wicket on the final ball of this innings? Taimur to Zishan. A big heave. No chance for the second run, but they will run for that. And this time they'll get that second run. So a couple of runs to end the innings. Dubai, all they could manage is 76 for the loss of 9 in their allotted 10 overs. It has been a brilliant bowling performance by the bowlers of Emirates Reds. They made sure to get those wickets at the right time, though they were a bit sloppy in the field, giving away few runs. But at the end, a brilliant job has been done by the bowling unit of Reds.
Well, absolutely winning the toss, opting to bowl first. I beg your pardon, winning the toss, opting to bat first. Ronak Panoli, unfortunately, could not score much today. And they just managed to score 74. And I tell you what, again, as I said, it's those misfields and those dropped catches which fetched them those runs. They could have only managed to score 60 odd runs. Clinical performance from the bowlers of Team Emirates Reds. Let's have a look at the batting card. Ronak Panoli 10 or 12. Israr is looking off colour. Vaibhav managed to pick up 13 of 8, and towards the end it was Aditya Shetty 18 of 12 for him, and Wahab contributing 11 of 6.
6 extras, discipline, bowling from Reds, and 5 bowlers used by the captain. Pick up the bowler Zawar Farid, the experience of Zawar Farid coming into the bowling. 2 overs, 5 dot balls, going for just 7 runs and 3 wickets. So his first over we got to 3 wickets to him, a wicket apiece to Hazrat Luqman, Navdaya Imesh and Taimur Ali. And at the end, Dubai could manage a 76 for the loss of 9. And let's see the highlights of this first innings. They started off really well. Ronak Panoli got few boundaries, but he was unlucky. He was caught at deep mid-wicket. What a catch. Excellent catch by the youngster. Then one more wicket going down. The big unit, Israr Ahmed, not contributing much with the bat. So was Haider Vasisha. These were the back-to-back wickets. What an over by Zawar Farid, where he got 3 wickets. This was the time when they were on the back foot, but some impetus provided by Vaibhav and Aditya got quick runs. But what a comeback by Luqman, coming around the wicket and cleans Vaibhav. Then a lethal Yorker. Taimur was up his best, but not Zawar in the field. Sloppy work. And then a couple of run-outs, Aditya Shetty and Wahab. There was never a second run, a full-length dive, but what a collection from Ahmed, the young wicket-keeper, doing an extremely good job. A good start by Nirvan Shetty, but another wicket going down in the shape of run-out. The story has been poor running between the wickets by Dubai batters. This was the end of Aditya Shetty. What a throw, yet again Ahmed texted us behind the stumps, making no mistakes. So it's 76 for the loss of 9. We'll dive into short break. Once we're back, it will be chase on for Emirates Red. They require 77 to register their first win in this tournament.
Welcome back. It's the 7 Districts Emirates D10 2025 powered by Fancode. Dubai versus Emirates Reds. That's the game on hand. And in the first innings in this match, number 7, Dubai batting first have only managed to get 76 in their 10 overs. Thanks to some contributions which are not major from Ronak, Vaibhav and Aditya. The only 3 batters who got into double figures in that first innings. On the other hand, Emirates Reds will be very happy with their bowling performance. 1 wicket for Lukman, a wicket for Navodaya as well. Taimur getting a wicket. Pick of the bowlers was the experienced Zawar Fareed, who got 3 wickets in his 2 overs and gave away just 7 runs. Disciplined bowling, just 6 extras, and that means that Emirates Reds, when they come out to bat now, will need to score only 77 runs in the 10 overs. That's 60 balls, 77 runs. Very gettable equation at hand for Emirates Reds. And if they are able to do that, they'll get their first win to their name as well. The 2 umpires are out in the middle. Nadeem Anjum on your screens right now, and so is Team Dubai. And they're all set for action to begin. Remember, it's just 77 runs that Dubai have scored. They lost their first game yesterday, Dubai, and Emirates Reds too have lost all their games until now. So one of these teams are going to go away with 2 points and they'll have their first win to their name. Who is it going to be? We won't have to wait for too long to find out. Zawar Fareed is the man on your screens right now. He bowled well, got 3 wickets, 2 of them coming in that same over. And in fact, the 3 wickets that he got all came in that same over. And now he's come out to bat as well. Opening the innings for Emirates Red. Opening the innings for Dubai is going to be Danish Qureshi. He's got the new ball in his hand. Another experienced bowler, has the ability to move the ball in the air. One of the better bowlers in the domestic circuit. Over the years has made a name, a reputation for himself. Just not been as quick as he was a couple of years ago. But very effective nevertheless.
Right arm over.
Ali Kamran on your screens right now, and he'll signal, let's play. Here we go. And there it is, that swing in the air. He's got the ability to move the ball both ways. Not a lot of bat bowlers are able to do that here in the UAE. Danish Qureshi, a rare gem, who has that capability of moving the ball both ways and starts off with a delivery that shapes away from Zawar Fareed, beats the outside edge and is a dot ball. My name is Shoaib. Joining me in the comm box to take you through for the next few overs is going to be Mudassir Ali. Good evening.
Driven nicely, just for a single. Thanks a lot, Shoaib. There are few Qureshis in UAE who can swing the ball, and good to see Danish Qureshi getting some movement. A lot of hard work needs to be done by the bowlers of Dubai.
Well, it's not an inside joke. Let me clarify to all who joined us. We've got another Qureshi in the comm box. Mudassir Ali Qureshi. That's his full name.
To be precise, Mohammad Mudassir Ali Qureshi.
Oh my God. Apologies, Mr. Mohammad Mudassir Ali Qureshi. Aditya, the youngster in the side. And a sharp delivery, a short ball from Danish. Mudassir, 77 is what they need to score. Emirates Red should look to chase it down.
Absolutely, but I really don't understand the tactics, because you have a very good chance to chase down that 77 and you're trying a new combination top of the order. You're putting a youngster under pressure here. Aditya Singh, young lad, can he get some runs for his team?
Yeah, Emirates Reds are playing their 4th game today. And they're still looking to get their combination right. 3 games, 3 losses for Emirates Reds. And their batting has not clicked, and maybe that's why they've got this change at the top of the order. In fact, this is the third game. I stand corrected. 2 games, a game yesterday and 2 games today. This one's way outside off from Danish, so they are still looking for the right combination, Mudassir.
I do understand, but when you have an upper hand and when you have some experienced batters in your lineup, just cannot give an opportunity for the opposition to make a comeback. But nevertheless, they have their own plans, they have their own strategies. The good news is Aditya, the youngster, getting an opportunity.
Oh, that's nicely done. Beautiful from Zawar Farid. A bit too full from Danish, and he's launched it towards the long off. First boundary for the Reds and for Zawar Farid.
It's a typical Zawar Farid shot. Anything fuller? Look at that, with the ease, lofted over that mid-off fielder. What a connection. Excellent timing. And 1 bounce, 4 runs. First boundary for Zawar and first boundary for Reds.
I didn't try to hit it too hard. That was the key there. Just timed it to perfection. Who would you open the innings with had you been the captain of Emirates Reds?
They have the services of Navodaya. We have seen in the domestic circuit. A dangerous batter, especially in the power play. Oh, pitch of a delivery. Going past that off stick. Also the blade of Zawar Farid. Lucky escape. So 7 runs from that over of Danish. 1 done. Reds 7 for none.
Target of 77. First over done. 7 runs on the board. A new opening pair for Emirates Reds. And for Dubai, it's going to be Zishan. Well, he's a quickie. Zishan, he's got some serious pace. And he's also got the ability to extract some extra bounce from any wicket.
Absolutely, and he holds the key now for Dubai if they want to defend this target. Wild swing nowhere near the ball. A good start. 2 premier fast bowlers. Danish gone for 7 runs, but one of them needs to strike couple of times before the end of this power play.
A good start from Zishan in the right channel outside off. Inside edge and onto the stumps. First wicket down for Reds. Dubai draw first blood and Zishan strikes.
No feet movement. The first casualty for Emirates Reds. The change in the top order not working for them. Not going near the ball, playing away from the body. Chopped on. Aditya Singh managing just 1 run. Reds losing their first wicket, 7 on board.
Taimur Ali at number 3 for Emirates Reds. Experienced batter, a lot of runs in the domestic circuit, has been a regular feature in the D series. in all three formats, the D10, the D20 and D50. He's made a mark and name for himself. Taimur has played for different teams. We saw him play for Dubai as well for some time, for Ajman as well, if I'm not wrong, and now playing for the Emirates Reds.
Excellent, excellent piece of bowling. Just cannot be on the back foot. You're chasing just 77. Play with a positive approach. And the change at the top order not working for Reds. A young Aditya Singh Chauhan. This is expected from a youngster. That too against Zishan. You are forced on the back foot.
That just didn't move the feet towards the ball. In fact, he just opened up a bit and did try to play it away from his body. Never a good idea. Coaches will have a lot to discuss with Aditya Singh Chauhan after that shot. But what's done is done. Taimur is the new batter in now with Ghaffar. So the two most experienced batters in that Emirates Reds are out there in the middle for them.
Two experienced batters, especially this man. He has got few runs in the previous game. Ghaffar short of runs. Not a good start for Reds, chasing 77. Couple of deliveries left in this power play and in this over. He needs to find a boundary here, but what a start, what an over from a young fast bowler Zishan. Yet to concede a run, already got a wicket in his kitty.
Extra bounce. This is what we were talking about, Mudassir.
Nothing much for the fast bowlers, especially under the lights, but hitting the deck hard, putting that extra effort, surprised Taimur with that bouncer.
Is he the quickest in the UAE right now, Mudassir?
Has been a one-liner from Shoaib. Yes, I think so. If we talk about the current lot, Zishan Nasir. Oh, what a connection. Just spoiling that over. 5 dot deliveries, then a maximum.
A little too predictable from Zishan at that length, and this time Taimur was ready for it. Short ball, and look at that. Great hit. Majestic timing and pristine placement. What a shot. Sounded like a gunshot. End of the over. Could have been a wicket maiden. Not to be. 6 runs off it. It's 13 for 1.
So the signal coming from Kamran. They have taken that floating power play early in this innings, in this chase. 13 for the loss of 1. Good idea, Shoaib. 2 experienced batters out there in the middle.
Yeah, I think it's the right idea. You need that one over that can just deflate the confidence of Team Dubai. So if they can get at least 12 runs in this over, that will ease out that equation even more. And with Ghaffar and Taimur out there in the middle, it's your best bet. So a good idea. Hopefully they can execute it.
Low full toss, but throughout this tournament we have seen the bowling, in fact the floating power play going in favor of a bowling side. But good tactics. With this, what they have done, this will be the final over of Danish Qureshi. It will be easy for the batters to follow. He needs to strike here. Sedate start, in fact, by Reds, apart from that 1 boundary and 1 maximum. Playing too many dot deliveries.
Full toss. Missed by Taimur. They'll get a run.
And coming back to your question, we were corrected during the break if we talk about the fast bowlers. But rightly said by you, when we talk about those bouncers especially, he's one of the few bowlers in this domestic circuit. Even on a dead pitch, he can get some extra bounce That is what needed as a fast bowler.
Oh, another full toss. He's guided that towards point. We'll have to wait for the umpire's call. And there you go. Yes, it's been called as a no ball for the height. So Danish might just get a warning as well. It's a beamer and it's going to be a free hit. So Danish just erring.
Trying to bowl a slower ball. In the process, couple of runs and a no ball. So 3 runs added to the total and advantage Zawar Farid and advantage Emirates Reds.
Yeah, that free hit chance gone begging. We were all waiting for a big hit, for something to come off that delivery, some excitement, some entertainment, some drama. Nothing of that sort. And Danish escapes that free hit delivery. So, 3 deliveries bowled so far in the over. We were talking about fast bowlers in the UAE. We'll continue that conversation. This one's been hit towards mid-on. You cannot not mention the other fast bowlers that we have, and I think UAE over the years has been blessed by quite a few who are waiting in the ranks to get into the main side, to the national side. Rohit is an option that we've all seen over the years. He's good. He's left arm, and he's got the ability to move the ball in the air. You've got Huzema bin Tanveer, who's also been very impressive. Mudassir, would like to add a few names to that list?
Oh, the poor delivery, top of that, an ordinary shot resulted in the fall of Zawar Farid. A low full toss, inside edge, another batter departs. Zawar Farid dejected here.
Again, playing away from the body, not learning from his partner's mistakes. No foot movement, just throwing the bat at it. And you're calling for trouble if you do that. Danish Qureshi gets a wicket off a full toss. And that's been a story in its own. Zawar Farid, 9 of 8, 20 for 2, Emirates Reds. New batter in is Navodaya. An all-rounder in the side. You've seen him before, Mudassir.
Class batter. Couple of seasons ago, I have the first glimpse of Navodaya. I've seen him playing in ICC Academy, got a brilliant 100. Stylish left-hand batter up against Danish. A quick single to get off the mark. So another good over for Dubai. They are fighting hard to defend that 77. 3 overs gone, 21 for the loss of 2.
Wahab Hassan, some spin on offer from Team Dubai. Plays for the 7 districts team in the domestic circuit. And I like the chain that Navodaya is wearing, sporting. Nice and glitzy from Navodaya. It's got that Caribbean flavor to it.
Eagle eye. Rightly pointed out, Shoaib.
Eagle eye for fashion. Learning from these youngsters.
Tomorrow I won't be surprised if you're wearing a chain inspired by Navodaya.
Definitely, I don't think I'll be able to carry that off the way he is. Swing and a miss from outside off. I've got a feeling this game is going to go down to the last over, Mudassir.
They're doing an extremely job. Not only getting those wickets, but also not giving away those easy runs. Back-to-back dot deliveries.
Yeah, singles is the need of the hour. We saw in the previous game as well, Emirates Blues against Abu Dhabi. They lost a few quick wickets, but then there was a partnership between Nasir Faraz and Kamran Atta. That changed the game, and they were taking singles and rotating strike. I'm sure Taimur and Navodaya would want to replicate that in this game.
At least for next few overs, get at least 10-12 runs, wickets in hand, going into that last set of 40-45 odd runs. It's always gettable. But for that, you need to be very sensible. Excellent piece of bowling. The situation demands Wahab to keep things tight. You build that pressure from the other end, your partner will get the reward. Having a firm grip on the ball. Oh, what a delivery. Ball just keeping a bit low. Both the teams looking for their first win in this tournament. He's asking for the helmet against the spinner, but denied by the on-field umpire. As this is the final ball. In fact, 2 more deliveries. Cut hard. No chance for the fielder. What a timing and what a placement on the back foot. Yet again he finds the boundary on the final ball of the over. A quicker delivery, width offered, making room. And no chance for that deep fielder. Brilliant timing and placement. Good reflexes shown by the on-field umpire. So with that 4, over number 4 comes to an end. 26 for the loss of 2. Nirvan Shetty, a rising star from that squad of UAE under-16 side which won the championship ACC under-16, recently concluded tournament in Qatar. In the first game, the captain said throughout the tournament he will be unplayable, and his economy was somewhere around 1.8 or around 2. The end of the tournament, he bowled almost 40-50 overs.
Well, he's definitely a special talent, Nirvan. We spoke very highly of him off air when we were discussing about young talent, and you were there in Qatar for the Under-16 Asia Cup. He's been the find for UAE along with their captain Ayan Misbah, who was the top run getter in the series. But Nirvan, well, we are so blessed, I must say, that we've got such good cricketers coming through the ranks of age group cricket. Watch out for this young lad in the next years, couple of years, I think he's going to make it big.
Can he strike? Cricket delivery, nicely swept. What an effort. Certainly saving few runs. A full length dive. The next few years, I can say that we'll find few good players from that lot of under 16 side, the likes of Ayan Misbah, the captain. He got 300s. Jamie Shah and Mohammad Nafis. Oh, look at that, Shoaib. It is why we were talking high about this lad. Another wicket goes down. Nirvan Shetty strikes in his first over. The little wonder of Dubai strikes for the first time.
Flatter, quicker. The ball did keep a bit low, but that was a poor shot from Nirvodaya. And that has brought his demise in this innings. Walks out after scoring 3 of 7. It's 28 for 3.
Now the 77 looks like 100. 3 wickets down, 28 on board. Under the lights, keeping things tight. The bowlers of Dubai, wonderful job. Oh, excellent. Calm and composed is Nirvan Shetty. He was the key for the success of UAE under 16 side. Just a couple of runs, a wicket to his name. Just 2 runs, a wicket to his name. What a start by Shetty. Half of the overs done in the second innings. Reds struggling, 28 for the loss of 3, and there will be change in the voices to entertain you. For the next set of 5, it will be Ahmed Khwaja and Rizwanur Rahman.
Thank you very much, Mudassir and Shoaib. Well, this match is certainly up for taking for both teams. Really struggling are Emirates Reds. Rizwanur Rahman, who are you backing in the final 5?
Well, if they can see off Nirvan Shetty and they can target the other bowlers, they will still be able to get over the line. Nirvan Shetty has been quite impressive, and Wahab will continue. Just giving away that 5 runs in the first over.
Oh, that's in the gap. Beautifully put away by Taimur Ali. Early boundary.
Good connection. Using the pace on offer, and Taimur Ali finds the much needed boundary for Team Emirates Reds.
Can this be the big over that Emirates Reds need here? Another 45 runs needed of 29. This is going to be a thriller. Good looking sweep. Square leg. Can't get there. Back-to-back 4s.
Well, yet again, Taimur Ali finding the gap. At this time towards the onside. A good looking sweep from Taimur Ali. Another delivery with pace on offer. And he's found the gap yet again.
Love the way he just got on top of the ball. And then that turn of the wrist to keep it all along the carpet. Superb technique on how to play the sweep shot. Tight single. Maybe the direct hit could have been interesting.
Doing the right thing. He's got those 2 boundaries already in the over. Picked up a single. They just need 40 of 27 deliveries. As long as they can avoid those dot deliveries, they are very much in the game.
Absolutely. You will pick up the one out boundary. Shahdad is a cool customer usually. Oh, beautifully bowled. Hitting the inner half of the bat. I think it might have been the arm ball.
Good delivery. Good comeback after those 2 boundaries from Wahab Hassan. Is looking good is Taimur Ali. 22 of 13 for him.
But it has reached that stage of the innings where they need that big over. Wahab has not bowled badly at all. They'll take what's on offer for now. But something has got to give, Rizwan.
Well, absolutely. And I think the ground field has been quite impressive by the youngsters of Team Dubai. And skipper Ronak Panoli leading from the front. I'm looking forward for the over from Nirwan Shetty. He's bowled exceptionally well. And that will be the game changer, I reckon.
Exciting talent. Just under 16 cricketer. Unbelievable skill level. Oh, look at that fielding effort. There's a run out. Or is there? Wahab Hassan. That is absolutely out of this world.
Well, if they can get that wicket, I tell you what, Taimur, the batsman in form, will have to walk back. They're already celebrating it.
Cat-like reflexes and brilliant game awareness from Wahab Hassan. Look at that dive to get on the ball. Then quickly turned around and fired it in. This looks to be mighty close.
Absolutely brilliant from Wahab Hassan. Just waiting for that replay. It has been sent upstairs. Let's have a look at that. Throw from Wahab is gone.
He is absolutely gone. Absolutely gone. Sensational fielding. And that is a crushing blow to Emirates Reds. The in-form batter, Taimur Ali. Well, he got done in by a piece of fielding magic. Game is up for grabs now. 39 for 4. Abdul Ghaffar. The name says it all, Rizwan.
Well, yes, indeed. Abdul Ghaffar, known for his ballistic hitting, but it will be a test of time for him, especially when the bowlers are bowling those immaculate lines in lengths, Ahmad.
Yeah, interesting. They're not going with spinners here against Ghaffar. They're looking for Mohammad Irfan, the speedster. I'm not sure about this move because he enjoys pace on.
We certainly enjoy space on. A different plan from Ronak Panoli. We'll have to wait and watch. 38 required of 24 deliveries. Could be anyone's game from here on.
Low scoring thriller at the D10. Swing and a miss. Great slower delivery. And bit of variable bounce as well.
He's not going to hold back Abdul Ghaffar. Anything in his hitting arc, he'll ensure he cashes on the opportunity.
Well, what about that fielding effort from Wahab Hassan? Look at that dive and the game awareness. Superb stuff. He may have brought his team back into the game here with that special fielding effort. Mohammad Irfan, he bowled really well last night as well for Dubai, even though they got pounded for 150 plus. Good delivery, finishing within the stumps, not allowing Ghaffar to really line him up over cow corner mid-wicket.
Just talking about that effort from Wahab, you need some special skill to get rid of a special batter. Taimur was going all guns blazing, and what a way to send him back to the dugout. That's exactly what you need in the field.
Well, that's literally a match-winning fielding effort. We always say catches win matches and all of these things, but that was the actual demonstration of that. That one fielder, one athlete can change the game on its head. 37 needed. Well bowled. Oh, watch out. He duly apologizes, so no harm meant.
Well, he needs to pick up those singles and doubles. Mohammad Shahzad has already been there for some time now. Just a single scored of the 5 deliveries. Let's have a look at the delivery one more time. Straight into the hands of Mohammad Irfan, and straight away he apologizes.
Yeah, he's well within his right, fielding the ball to have a shy at the stumps. Outside edge, and has that catch been taken? Well, everything is coming off for Dubai tonight.
Brilliant, absolutely magnificent from the keeper. Haider Wasisha. There was a changer from Mohammad Irfan, and what a good catch from Haider Wasisha.
Brilliant take. Dubai are on a roll, and Emirates Reds, they've lost their captain. Gone for 1, 40 for 5 now. Usaid Amin, he certainly can bat Rizwanur Rahman, but now it's all on the non-striker, Mr. Abdul Ghaffar.
Well, he certainly packs a punch, but it's that required run rate now, which has ballooned up. 37 required of 20 deliveries, 11.10.
It's looking ominous. Call is for 2, but all they'll find is the mid-wicket fielder. How well have Dubai bowled here? And the fielding, phenomenal.
The ground fielding has been quite impressive. Let's have a look at that wicket one more time. Off cutter from Mohammad Irfan, and a brilliant catch from Haider Wasisha.
Oh, he went to that fly slip position with that dive. Great catch. That will do his confidence a world of good. He's always he's a cricketer that wears his heart on his sleeve. Always gives more than 100%. Oh, but it's Ghaffar teeing off with a sixer.
It's gone on the roof. Abdul Ghaffar is one batter who can change the entire course of the game.
Well, it was length and it was straight and it had to travel. Bit of a mental error there from Irfan, and he had to pay the price.
Good looking shot. And that will give him a lot of confidence. 7 was gone, 47 for 5.
Zishan Nasir coming back into the attack. They have to get Abdul Ghaffar. It's as simple as that, Rizwan.
Well, Usaid can play the second fiddle. Yes, they just last 3 overs left with 5 wickets in hand. I would have expected Nirvan Shetty to come and bowl. Yes, he's up against Abdul Ghaffar, but he's got that knack and ability to pick wickets, Ahmed.
Well, Zishan is a very fine bowler in his own right. Maybe they were just worried that if Ghaffar latches on to a few. We've not seen a lot of turn on this wicket. Cannot afford to make a single mistake. Both of these sides, not just Dubai.
This is an interesting contest. 30 required, 47 for 5.
Well, Wahab Hassan, good luck to you. You're on a one-man expedition into the stands. Everybody is giving their own input, but nobody knows.
And our broadcasting team is helping them out with the cameras and everything. It's gone that way. No, it's on the left side.
Yeah, it's like trying to find a needle in a haystack, and I think the umpires have done the right thing. Stop wasting time. We have another match after this, remember? So come in. And we'll get a newer ball. Maybe will that favor the batting side or the bowling side? That's my question to you.
It depends. With the likes of Abdul Ghaffar, anything in his slot, he will ensure he will cash on the opportunity. Zishan Nasir, as you rightly mentioned, is a very clever bowler. It's those variations which he will have to bring to the table.
Oh, absolutely. Has to mix it up here. They've been teammates in the past. They used to play for the same club, so I'm sure he's very familiar with the Ghaffar's strengths and weaknesses. But when the pressure is on, can you keep your cool? Can you execute when it truly matters? That's the difference between good players and great players.
Well, talking about pressure, statistically 10 runs is what they require, and then in the shortest format it is quite doable. But it's the wickets column at the same time the surface which is behaving a little different.
Yeah, I would still say the win probability is maybe 60% towards the Reds. Zishan bowling to Usaid Amin. Pulled away and pulled all the way for 6. Usaid Amin.
Usaid Amin joins the party. He usually at bats at number 3 and number 4. He's been given that responsibility to come in the lower middle order. And what a connection. Sweet.
Just sat up on that length and he swung from the hip. A huge cheer coming in from the Reds dugout. Early pressure on Zishan Nasir. Can he bounce back? 24 needed of 17. You do feel it's game in hand for Emirates Reds. This is close. Could there be a run out? He fumbled the ball.
But just a couple of deliveries ago, Ahmed, we were talking about the required run rate, which was over 11 runs an over. Let's have a look at that delivery. Oh, yeah, it's the height factor, I reckon. He just couldn't collect the ball cleanly. And those two maximums changed the complete momentum in favor of the Reds.
It was 37 needed of 20. Then Ghaffar hit a 6. Usaid has hit a 6. 50 has been raised. 24 more. Good looking drive, but mid-off is in the circle. Ronak Panoli will field the ball, but the danger man is back.
Well, the hitman known for his ballistic hitting, Abdul Ghaffar, loves that pace on offer. Anything in his slot, he would not think twice.
Yeah, see ball, hit ball. That's the only way he knows. He's already having a stunning tournament. Wickets, runs. But the victories have eluded Emirates Red so far. This is a major opportunity. They have to get over the line. Dubai are fighting hard. Edged past the keeper. And it will go.
Well, you can't set up a field for the edges. We've spoke about this earlier as well. Streaky. But Abdul Ghaffar will take it with both hands. With pace on, was trying to go big. And an outside edge will fetch them a boundary.
Fortune favors the brave, and he's the bravest of them all. You would think Zishan Nasir would bowl a quiet over, but it's backfired. So crucial, all of these decisions. 19 of 14 is still not straightforward, but he needs to finish this over well. Well bowled, hits him on the pad, but clearly pitching outside.
Good decision. And if he can close out this over with another dot, we have a game on. And it'll be interesting to see who would Ronak Panoli get to bowl.
Oh, absolutely. Some crucial decisions need to be made here. (19 of 13). Final ball of Zishan Nasir's spell. Mohammad Irfan, I think, will be one of them. But who bowls the penultimate one or the last one? Picked up towards square leg. And it travels. Abdul Ghaffar, you are magnificent.
Another one in the slot. Another one with pace up. And Abdul Ghaffar, well, he's changed the course of the game completely. Look at that shot.
He has transformed into a superhero. Red and yellow. He reminds me of Iron Man. What a shot under pressure. 8 overs gone, 64 for 5. Well. You were mentioning off air, Rizwan, that you wanted to see this young kid, Nirvan Shetty, earlier in the game. Well, they brought him on now.
Is it too late? 13 required of 12. As long as he can stay back of length, I tell you what, we're up for a contest.
Let's see. Oh, it's a long hop. Deposited into the stands.
Nirvan Shetty feeling the heat, and Usaid Amin joins the party. Let's have a look at that half tracker. That was the issue from Nirvan Shetty, and immediately pounced on it as Usaid Amin.
Oh, you have to feel for the young lad. Absolutely no margin for error. It went wrong. Top edge. Good catch. Another twist in the tail.
Remember, if that would have been of the first delivery, it could have been a completely different game altogether. Zishan Nasir picking up that catch.
Ifs and buts. That is always the case in cricket. But a good catch by Zishan. But Nirvan, 2 for 8. What a wonderful performance. But is it too late? 70 for 6. Well, a good option to have coming in at number 8. Experienced all-rounder Mohammad Farazuddin. You can see from that helmet, he's represented the national team. And they just need another 7 runs to win. Plenty of time at hand. Oh, this is sliced in the air. Just over extra cover. Unlucky Nirvan Shetty.
Absolutely. Nirvan Shetty did create that opportunity. Falls in no man's land. And now it's up to the big man, Abdul Ghaffar. 17 of 6 for him. And what an outing he's had with the ball and with the bat as well.
Well, tell you what, if I'm constructing a D10 side, he is the first name on my list. Him and Hamid Khan. I want them in my playing 11 for sure.
Hamid Khan, another destructive batter, Abdul Ghaffar as well.
I think Lukman Faisal has to be up there as well. 6 needed of 9. Imagine if they can get Ghaffar here. That would really make it interesting. Top edge. Only a single. Well, he's not interested in nudging the ball around, that is for sure.
We just want to finish off things quickly. And just to add to what you've mentioned, Lukman Faisal, absolutely, when he gets on that beast mode, can get those runs quite quickly.
Plenty of chirp coming in from Wasi. Oh, it's a tickle down the leg side. Luckily for Dubai, it took a lot of pad, so it didn't travel. But what I've liked about Nirvan the most, he's flighted the ball as compared to the rest of the spinners in this competition.
If you look at his figures, except for that one delivery which he bowled that half tracker, rest of them have been quite impressive. Deduct that 6 runs, he's just given away 4 runs.
Superb stuff. Well, he shifted in his crease, but it was way too down leg. I think he saw him moving around and decided to fire it down the leg side. Just 3 runs away now, our Emirates Reds. But Nirvan Shetty, he's certainly caught the eye. Super talent, no doubt. And that will be the game with a monster 6.
It's out of the stadium onto the main roads. Abdul Ghaffar finishes it off in style. A massive, massive blow. And this was the reason Ahmed Khwaja was mentioning it was better to have Zishan Nasir anything in his lot. And Abdul Ghaffar will make sure he gets it out of the park.
In the end, a comfortable victory for Emirates Reds. There were some nervous moments, but when you have a powerhouse like Abdul Ghaffar in your team, you will certainly get across the line. Team Dubai, a good fighting show, but in the end, they just did not do well enough with the bat.
Handshakes all over. Usaid Amin, there was a crucial 6 from him as well. Couple of runs that he's added alongside, stitched up a partnership with Abdul Ghaffar. Mohammad Shahzad will have to find his form. Has been off colour ever since the inception of the tournament.
Absolutely, but Emirates Reds have got their first victory. It was a slow start to the run chase, not much from the top order. Taimur was looking good until a fabulous run out got him. But then that man, Abdul Ghaffar, strike rate of 300, and he settled the contest with some style.
Talking about the bowling card, Danish Qureshi 1 for 15 for him. Zishan Nasir was expensive, 1 for 23. No wicket for Wahab. 16 runs is what he gave away. 2 for 18 for Nirwan Shetty and Mohammad Irfan 1 for 8. 3 extras in the tally.
Yeah, they were struggling at 40 for 5. But then Abdul Ghaffar and Usaid Amin took care of the run chase. In terms of the highlights, well, it was Zawar Farid who started off beautifully. Poor shot coming in from the youngster. Taimur Ali was dealing in boundaries. Then a lot of inside edges. That has been the story today. But then Nirvan Shetty came into the game and just made it interesting for a while, Rizwan.
And it was Abdul Ghaffar and Usaid Amin. There was a good run out by Wahab Hassan, a good catch behind the stumps from Haider Wasisha, and it was fireworks all over. Just getting some streaky boundaries towards the deep third, and those massive, massive hits from both the batters. And this one, an opportunity, a good catch by Zishan Nasir, and that was the end. A massive maximum onto the roads.
So in the end, Emirates Reds have taken the points against Team Dubai. It was Dubai who won the toss and elected to bat first. And it was a no-show from the batting order. Only Aditya Shetty and Vaibhav Govekar making any sort of impression. Zawar Farid was outstanding. 3 wickets to his name. Emirates Reds chased the score down with an over to spare. Thanks to Abdul Ghaffar with his thrilling cameo. Taimur Ali and Usaid Amin played their part as well. Highlight for Dubai, Nirvan Shetty, the young leggy, with an outstanding spell. Mohammad Irfan and Danish also bowled pretty well. But in the end, Emirates Reds won by 4 wickets. So there we have it then. Emirates Reds get their first points of the tournament. Dubai still searching for the winning formula. But I do feel that they're getting slightly closer, especially in terms of their bowling.
Absolutely. Yesterday they were really good with the bat. Today with the ball, they almost came towards the final over. The pick of the bowlers by far, Nirwan Shetty and Mohammad Irfan just bowled that 1 over. And Zishan Nasir was a bit expensive. And in the end, Emirates Reds winning by 4 wickets with 6 balls to spare.
Absolutely. And of course, we have another match coming up. Abu Dhabi will play a double header today. So they would want to get back to winning ways as well. It was a poor show in the first match. The batting did not fire at all. So certainly they need to get into contention as well. But Emirates Reds, they played quite a few matches in the first 2 days of D10. So they'll be quite relieved to end this evening with a victory against Dubai. Let's take a look at the points table of the D10 so far, just to give you the entire breakdown of the tournament. Sharjah looking brilliant, 3 wins out of 3. Fujairah looking solid as well, 2 wins out of 2. Emirates Reds are on the board with this victory over Dubai. Emirates Blues played really well in the previous match as well against Abu Dhabi. Ajman have a loss, Abu Dhabi have a loss, and Dubai 2 losses out of 2. So you don't want to be too far away from the rest of the pack. So you need to get to winning ways as early as possible. Even though it's a double round robin, they're going to be playing 12 matches. But if you fall behind, Rizwan, you can get in trouble.
You got to get those points. Every single match is going to be crucial, and that net run rate factor will come in play. And it's the top two teams will play the final. So everybody will be looking to get those to be in the top two. Sharjah are comfortably placed at the top, and Fujairah 2 out of 2 wins for them. Abu Dhabi, not a great start for them today, but they're up against Ajman, both of them desperately looking for those 2 points. And in the end, it's all who will hold their nerves will be able to get those winning points. 2.47 is the net run rate for Sharjah. Very good outing. Leading the pack is Khalid Shah for Team Sharjah. And for Fujairah, Mayank Chaudhary being the captain in absence of Adib Usmani.
You make a very good point there. No Adib Usmani, not yet fully fit to go in this D10 so far. So Fujairah managing 2 wins out of 2 without him. That just shows the strength and depth of their squad. Sharjah, of course, they can always bank on the firepower they have in the top 3 with Khalid Shah, Luqman Faisal, Hamid Khan. And then you have the likes of Khuzaima bin Tanveer with the ball, Awais Ali Shah. So certainly looking like a rock solid unit. Remember the heartbreak they had in last year's D10, lost in the final over. So certainly we'll be looking to go all the way, especially playing at home here at the home of cricket in the UAE, the iconic Sharjah Cricket Stadium. So we'll take a short break and be right back in a jiffy with the post-match.
Good evening and welcome to the post-match presentation for the game between Emirates Reds and Team Dubai. Both the teams were looking for their first win, and in the end, due to a clinical performance in all 3 departments of the game, with the bat, with the ball and in the field as well, Emirates Reds have finally managed to get those 2 important points to their name, and they're up and running in this edition of the 7 Districts Presents the Emirates D10 2025 powered by Fancode. Time for us to announce the player of the match, and for that, as always, we've been joined by our match referee, Mr. Iftikhar Ali, and this goes to Zawar Farid for his brilliant bowling performance of 3 wickets in his 2 overs and giving away just 7 runs. He'll be handed over the player of the match memento by Mr. Iftikhar Ali. Zawar, सबसे पहले मुबारकबाद, बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट विन था ये आपकी टीम के लिए भी और पर्सनली आपके लिए भी, क्योंकि आपके ऊपर एक स्पेशल जिम्मेदारी है एज अ सीनियर प्लेयर. तो कैसे आप अपने परफॉर्मेंस को रेट करेंगे आज?
जी बस विकेट के हिसाब से बॉलिंग कर रहा था, वो पेस देख रहे थे, मैं पेस नहीं दे रहा था, स्लो वन लेग कटर ऑफ कटर कर रहा था, तो उसमें मुझे कामयाबी मिली, आउट हुए वो.
आपने जैसे कि मैंने बताया कि आप एक्सपीरियंस प्लेयर हैं, तो टीम में आप सीनियर भी हैं, तो कैसे लेके चलते हैं टीम को और क्या मैसेज देते हैं टीम को?
टीम को यही मैसेज देते हैं कि अगर फील्डिंग है तो एफर्ट करें, जान लगाएं, मैच छोड़ना नहीं है, लास्ट ओवर तक जो भी रिजल्ट आए लास्ट ओवर तक फाइट करनी है. तो गाइड करते हैं, थोड़ा पुश करते हैं लड़कों को.
अपने इस परफॉर्मेंस को कैसे रेट करेंगे, क्योंकि पहले उस 1 ओवर में 3 विकेट लिए आपने और वहीं से पूरा गेम जो है वो बदल गया था?
जी परफॉर्मेंस का रिजल्ट आपके सामने, मैच जीते हैं.
बहुत मज़ा आया आपकी बॉलिंग देख के और इसी तरह अच्छे से परफॉर्म करते रहिए. ऑल द बेस्ट.
जी थैंक यू सो मच.
Zahar Farid, the player of the match for this game. 3 wickets for him in 1 over, just changing the tide of the game in Emirates Red's favour. Well, that's it from the post-match presentation, but we've got another game lined up for you. Stay tuned.